Hello everybody, what is going on? And welcome back to another episode of My Player Career Mode. I hope you're all doing well. We're back for the new season today. If you missed the previous video, we played the European Championships with England, and as I've just spoiled the result there, we played in the quarterfinal against Italy and ended up being knocked out on penalties. So, apologies if you didn't see that and I've now spoiled it for you. But we've got 3 games coming your way today, starting with the Community Shield against Manchester City before we take them on in the Premier League opener. And then we have the UEFA Super Cup against Barcelona. Both of those two will be live, except the Community Shield game I did as post-com purely because I wasn't even going to play it anyway, but then I decided last second we may as well just play a little bit of it, basically. So, yeah, but I'm going through the team here just to show you who is still at the club, because there's been a couple of sales that have gone through. Aaron Wan-Bissaka has left the club. He has joined Juventus. There's also Pereira, who I believe that's Ricardo Pereira, has also gone, but I can't quite work out where that is. I did have a little look to see, but I'm not entirely sure if he's been transferred or if it was a deal already agreed or something like that last year. But there's confirmation anyway of Aaron Wan-Bissaka's deal, £62 million over to Juve. But to talk about the Community Shield highlights then, well, we took the game fully to our rivals in this one, which gives me a lot of optimism moving into the new season. Only 16 minutes in, and we had the opening goal of the game. Dan James with a header from very, very close range. Didn't have to put any power on it, basically just touch it and the ball would go across the line because he was that close, and that's exactly what he did. So we were 1-0 up and cruising in the first few minutes of the game. Sterling with Man City's best efforts of the first half. It was saved easily by De Gea though, and then second half 1 became 2 after we latched on to an over-the-top ball, managed to take the touch away from Porro, got into the penalty area, 2 to aim at in Martial and Pereira. We went for Martial and he smashed it in from close range. You can see it's not an easy finish this as well, because I put a fair bit of power behind that ball, but he sorted his feet out quick enough to put the ball in, and we were taken off around about 65 minutes, and that was the full-time result. So we managed to beat Manchester City. We get our hands on the Community Shield, if you can count it as a trophy win. I guess I could take all of the trophies we can get at this point, with the fact we only have a Europa League to our name, but obviously it's good to win it. Let's see what the rest of the episode brings. Enjoy it. And here we go then for the start of the new Premier League season. The champions against the challengers. We just faced City in that Community Shield. We set up both of the goals in a 2-0 win. But you can see the team. Unfortunately, we've lost both Ricardo Pereira and Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who have transferred away from the club, which means Kera is starting at right back. He started there, I believe, in that last game anyway. But until we make a new signing in that position, it looks like Kera will be the man to fit in there. He is, of course, a centre-back normally, but I think he can play there, so it's not the end of the world. Our next best right back is Mitchell Weiser, who is 80 rated, but he has also been approached for a transfer away from Manchester United, and Scott McTominay is starting at left back, as well as Pedrosa is in midfield. But don't go anywhere, because we've got this game to start off the new season, and then straight after this we have our return to facing against Barcelona in the Europa Super Cup. Is that what it's called? I don't even know. It's the winners of the Europa League against the winners of the Champions League, and I cannot wait to play against Barca again. So starting today's live games with this City game here, 2 hopefully cracking games for you to enjoy. Let's get into the first of the 2. City's 11 is on your screen, of course, featuring last year's Player of the Year, Gabriel Jesus, leads their line alongside Bernardo Silva and Raheem Sterling. And yeah, it's a great City team. I was quite surprised to win that last game 2-0 against them. I thought we'd only play sort of 60 minutes or so, just to get us a little bit of, I guess, warm-up for this game here. I don't tend to take the Community Shield all too seriously, so playing in it, I wasn't even going to originally, but then I thought I'll give myself 60 minutes just to get match fit. We ended up setting up both goals, so we're looking for very much the same thing here at Old Trafford. Maybe it was because we had nothing really to lose in the game, and we just sort of thought, let's go for it. But now we know we can beat them. The expectation's there, so we've got to deliver. Pedrosa through towards Martial, who's got James with the run. Dan James is in, and he forces a save from Ederson. Nice move off the ball there from Dan James in order to find that space in between the fullback and the centre-back. And then when he gets in that position, at least he tests the palms of Ederson. And one thing we did really well in that opening fixture in the Community Shield was we didn't give City time on the ball. If you do, they're just going to pick you apart. And we did not do it in that game. we got into them and made sure we were getting our tackles in. And so far, we've been able to do that here. But as Jesus is able to get past of Pedrosa, there's a handball in there, surely. I mean, I'm not sure if it's been given for the handball or the foul. But United's new man is going to be picking up a yellow card in his first game. So, yeah, welcome to the club, mate. And it gives City a free kick to try and use. And there's not many better than Kevin De Bruyne to deliver this. So it's going to need to be defended. And I've completely just bigged him up and he's done that. So I'll take it back, shall I? Rodri fake shot, trying to find the pass through. We've intercepted it. Van der Beek, though, wins it straight back. And now Jesus, he's got the run to De Bruyne. And Kevin De Bruyne has scored. I should have cleared it. I held on to it for too long. Had my pocket picked by Van der Beek. And at that point, City had been able to find the runner in Kevin De Bruyne. And he's made no mistake with the finish like you'd expect. But what's frustrating is I said about the fact we needed to get into this City team. We need to put our tackles in and not give them the time. And as the first half has gone on, we've got deeper and deeper in our own defensive sort of third and kind of stood off them. And if you do that, that's what happens. I mean, you saw how deep I was trying to win back the ball for my team. Like, that's what we've ended up doing in this first half. And it's so annoying to watch because when we go at them and when we give them a game, it is quite a good game to watch. But we did it for 20 minutes and then just kind of said, all right, let's sit back then. And we're made to pay before half-time. Admittedly, it is my fault. I'll take the blame for that one. But yeah, need to find a response in the second half. Rodri to De Bruyne. Look at the space that Kevin De Bruyne has. And it's 2-0 City and it's game, set and match. I just want to say, I looked at the match facts at half-time. There was one shot apiece for both teams, but City had 70% of possession. And we've come back out, literally, second half, not touched the ball. As soon as we got back underway, look at the space he's got here. De Bruyne gets his second. It's 2-0 Manchester City. We're getting a payment for that 2-0 victory in the Community Shield against them. We're getting taught a lesson, is how I'm going to put that. Clearly, this is them sending a message of, you may have beaten us, but, you know, Premier League, we're a different animal. You've got to do it in the Prem as well. And so far today, we have been awful. Absolutely awful. And that ball sums up this game. Over the top there from Pedrosa. He wins it back. Mane will flick that on. Been able to hold possession here, but we need to create something. We're running out of time. 33 minutes left of normal time here. Mane keeps it. Finds McTominay. That might be offside. No, he's still on. Mane's delivery is okay. Forces Ederson to punch the ball, and Rodri will keep possession. Look how calm he was there with that. 18 minutes left as Kera just decides to give possession straight back to Sterling, and he's going down this left-hand side. He's got a couple of blue shirts in the box to aim at. Instead, De Gea will be able to make the punch. As the ball up towards Sadio Mane is decent. He can lay it towards us. 1-2 with Martial might be able to get us down this left-hand side, and it does. But we need to pick out somebody in a red shirt in the box awaiting. And there's not really too many in there. Martial turns on it. What is he doing? Just finish it, mate. Just finish the ball. Oh, my goodness me. That is the story of our game today. Scott McTominay's cross is great, and Martial's glancing header is back off the inside of the post. And it's cleared away. We got a minute left. It's going to be a defeat anyway. There's not enough time for us to come back in the game, but there is time maybe for a consolation goal, that is all it will be as Pedrosa. 1-2, got there ahead of Anderson. Lovely control! And now we've hit the post. It's just not been our day here at all. Oh, would you have taken a win in the Community Shield over a win in the Premier League, or would you have liked the win in the Prem over the Community Shield? I don't really know at this point in time. But it's full time from Old Trafford. It's finished Manchester City 2, Manchester United 0. The champions have got back to winning ways against us, and it's come in the first game of the new season. So we're already 3 behind them, and we've only just started. On to the main event then, which of course is the game against Barcelona. We know all about them. We've faced them enough times in the series so far. You see the team on your screen there. I just want to say as well, City had 2 shots, 2 on target in that last game, so they were clinical. On the other hand, we weren't. We had 7-5 on target. I don't think we're going to get that many chances against this Barca side today, so we will need to take any that do come our way. We'll check out their team, of course, when we are into game. I obviously want to win it, but I have no expectations. Unfortunately, it wouldn't let me show you the team selection because it did the undefined bug where it'll not show you the player names and it only showed me the numbers, and I didn't know who who they were, of course. But I'm sure as Barca knock the ball around, you'll get to see who the players are. We do, of course, have the names switched on. So you'll be able to tell who is who, as Lenglet already decides to misplace a pass straight to Pereira. I was quite surprised, actually, because I've seen Carlos Alenya playing in midfield for them. So he's not a bad player, but all the money they have, and especially when they have De Jong, and they used to have Arter as well, as already we're in behind their defence here, looking for the cutback, and there it is! And yes! It is an early goal in this Euro Super Cup final. Is that it? I should probably have checked the name before we came into this one. But Guttin, what a way to start. Honestly, I would love it to beat Barca. I would. Because the amount of times we've been so close at Atletico and didn't manage it, I would love to beat him here. Through the legs of Davinson Sanchez, straight to Dan James. And he kept his composure and finds the bottom corner, past to Stegen. Get in! What was I saying? On about, oh yeah, Barca's midfield three. De Jong, Alenya, and I can't remember. I think it's Goretzka is the other player in that. But they've also got Christoph Piontek up front. So, yeah, there's a couple of new faces that we didn't get to play against when we were in Spain. So we'll see how they fare in this one. But what a start. Here is Munir, the run through the middle. He's found us as well. The pass across to Williams. It's 2-0 Manchester United. And Barca cannot cope with us at the moment. 2 assists on the night as well. And so far, their front three have been non-existent. Which is exactly what you want to say about a Barcelona team. If they can't get it to their front three, they don't create. And right now, I want to say as well, of course, I think Messi's retired at this point. But they've got David Neres playing on the right. And he has been someone who has caused my teams, whenever I've played in them, no ends of problems. He seems to always pop up with a goal. So to be 2-0 in front after only 20-something minutes is a massive position to be in. My only concern is that as we go further on in the game, they're not going to be worried about defending. And have we got the capability to keep out a front three of Piontek, Sane and David Neres? Now, I know, of course, Bernardo Silva, Raheem Sterling and Jesus are also different class, but we couldn't keep them out. And, well, actually, it was De Bruyne, wasn't it, who causes the problems. But, yeah, so far, that front three have not got into this game. And when they do, I'm sure we'll know about it. Free kick, Barca. Sane stood over it and he rifled it straight at De Gea, who was strong enough to make the save as a change comes through for Barca. Coutinho is on for Alenya. I will say they've come back out. Neres deflected. And Pereira's able to clear it away. But this is a much better start to the second half from Barcelona. Because at the end of the first, they looked stunned. They looked like they were out of ideas. But they've come back out here and they finally look like their usual selves going forward. Williams, Depay, brilliant from Memphis Depay! Oh, it's off the post! How did that not go in? We've just made the change. Munir's come off and Memphis Depay is on. Straight away involved as he flicks the ball through towards us. How has that not gone in? Did everything right up until the last bit. Hits the inside the post and goes out. It couldn't have just hit the inside and gone in, could it? Anyways, we still 2-0 up. We haven't really got too much to worry about just yet unless Barca get a goal back. As another change comes through, Mane is now on as well. James with a fake shot, looking for a cross. Coutinho will block it. De Jong backwards towards Alexander-Arnold. 20 minutes left. And other than that, kind of 5 minutes where they came out second half, we've pretty much stopped them creating anything. Piontek, hold-up play is decent. He will play it back for Alexander-Arnold. But at the minute, they're getting nowhere with this. They need to be using this ball a lot quicker as they now do that as Coutinho skips past the challenge. De Gea, mate, what are you doing? The goal, that's the wrong goal to not score. You don't want to score in that one, mate. It's the other one. What did he just do there? I mean, they've got a free corner, but that could have so easily gone into our net. Sane corner, Memphis Depay away only as far as Neres. Neres with the shots! Oh my goodness! That is why I didn't want to let him have the shot. Because he can do that. We've seen him score goals before. We know how good he is. Mine came off the post and went out. His comes off the post and nestles in. It is a rifle from Neres. And with about 12 minutes left, now all of a sudden, it's defensive mode for us. Don't let him score again. Emre Can towards James. James off towards McTominay. We've got a minute and a half left of normal time, and then we go into injury time as McTominay tries to cut it back. De Jong blocks it behind, and that buys us vital seconds that we can waste especially if we go short from the corner as well. And Sadio Mane runs over, and we will give it off towards him. Just keep hold of possession, and the game is ours. Mane controls it, lifts it in. Lenglet away with the head. 3 additional minutes by the referee here. There's not enough time for Barcelona to mount a comeback now, as the pass from Rabiot have ran straight into Coutinho. We've lost it, but that is going to be it anyways. So pretty much put the controller down at this point, because the game is done. It's taken us a lot of attempts, but finally we have beaten Barcelona. We managed to get past them in the Champions League with Atletico a couple of seasons ago, but we never actually beat them. We got through on away goals after a 1-1 draw at their place. This time, we have actually come away with the win, and it's come in the Euro Super Cup. The UEFA Super Cup, I should say, sorry. Still got it wrong at that point. We can enjoy the moment, and it's another trophy to add to our collection. That's now 2, well, 3 if you count the Community Shield that we now have. A Europa League, a UEFA Super Cup, a Community Shield, but now we want the Premier League. My friends, that is where we will leave today's episode. As you can see, there we are next to the UEFA Super Cup. Of course, this season, we're in the Champions League. We want to fight for the Premier League as well. And as you see, we're down in 17th place at the moment. Of course, we've only played 1 game, that coming against City, so that's why we're down there. But we have Cardiff coming up as the first game of the next video. We played as post-com probably. We've actually got Chelsea after that, I think, as well. So some tough games coming up at the start of this season. Yeah, Cardiff to Chelsea, and then we move into September, where again, we actually have our former club, Norwich. So I have to play that as live, don't I? Of course, if I score there, I won't celebrate or anything like that, but I can't wait for that game. It's going to be pretty cool to return to Carrow Road, especially now, having been in my career that I've had so far. You know, yeah, we could look at it and say we didn't have the best of times over in Spain. We didn't really win. In fact, I don't even think we won anything. So yeah, we didn't. But it was a nice learning curve, I guess you could say. So that'll be interesting to go back to Carrow Road now as the player that we are today. But yeah, massive thank you for watching this episode. If you have enjoyed it, a like would be greatly appreciated. I'll try and keep you up to date with the transfers that come in and the transfers that leave the club as best I can during this window. I'm expecting 1 or 2 new signings to join us, so we'll see who those are. I know Pedrosa has joined, and he's actually a left back, not a central midfielder, so we've actually got a better left back than Brandon Williams, although Williams been playing all right recently, so we'll see if he gets to stay in the team. Regardless, if we could hit 350 likes on today's video, I will give you guys another episode tomorrow on the Friday to enjoy. So that is the like target for today. You usually smash it, so thank you anyway for any of the support. If you are new around here, like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below. And until next time, have a great evening, have a great day, and I'll catch you all soon. Adios!